Hello, everyone. This is Cookies, and I wanted to go over, I guess, the like fastest, just like little pregame overview. Um, I'm going to be starting a new game as Nurgle. I'd meant to do testing with this. I don't know, even looking at the nation, and I just never really had time. I think a couple of weeks ago, I got asked to while I was organizing this game, I got asked to help out with the Arco position in Game 10 of the second round of Lucid's tournament. And originally in this game, I was going to play uh, Nagarond because I don't really need to test with them too much. I've already played them before. I decided I wanted to play something new, and the turns for the tournament game have been a lot. I mean, they're doable, but it's a lot. I've also got I want to say like a turn 50, I think it's a turn 50-ish game in what's a max game limit. And then I've also got a turn 40-ish smaller DE game as was it EA Relay that's testing out Lucid's casting AI mod with DE. I removed a few of the spells that were referenced in Lucid's mod that no longer exist in DE, and that made it compatible. And I'm just kind of seeing how it plays. And then What's a Max Game Limit is also DE, and I'm playing EA Atlantis in that. And not super thrilled with vanilla casting again in that. Um, but yeah, so I've been busy. I was doing a lot of testing with maps recently. There's a new game in the works that should start in January where I'll be doing a Hydra with the False God, and we're going to be playing LA Femini. So we've been doing some testing for that as well. And so this one, kind of like the EA Atlantis game, where I didn't really do much testing, this one has also had not much testing. So I'm just going from game to game, not doing really any testing. So I don't anticipate really good results. Like these are not the well prepared builds that help me win like the first round of the tournament with EA Muspelheim or the Asphodel win. So uh, yeah, um, feeling a little bit nervous about this, especially on expansion. I've done one expansion test. It was pretty mediocre. I know really good expansion is possible with this faction. I just haven't figured out how yet because I haven't really looked at it. I will say what drew me to the nation was these sorcerers. So these guys have blood, nature, death. And so you can get some, if you do like HP gear, you can do turbo com stuff with these guys, or turbo Sabbath rather, because you can do like personal region and large as part of a Sabbath, and then a bunch of Skelly spam. And then there's a few extra paths. So you got some earth and fire that you can throw in. And then on the sorcerer lords, you just get a little bit better there. Now it's fire, earth, and water, and you can get earth too, which is also nice, although it's not common. This guy might be more of a like bloodstone forging guy or earth boots forging guy. So the paths seem fun. Late game, maybe we could do some lich stuff if we make it there. Mid game, we can do a lot of the big nature buffs if we run down enchantment, which is also nice. There, I guess the nation has some blood summons. So, oh, they're not there. So yeah, I think there's some blood summons in here. Great and Clean one looks pretty cool. Holy 3. Demon Princes are only Holy 2, which is a little sad. Be nice if they could bless an army. But they're Dominion Immortal. There's like all sorts of interesting stuff. But I haven't really looked at a lot of this. I know there's like 2 different plague mechanics. One gives you death gems and magic weapon dudes. And frankly, that sounds kind of broken compared to the other one, just in the relation between the two, because the other one just gives you chaffy zombies. And I feel like we've already got a fair amount of chaff on this nation because we're going to be doing Turbocom Skelly spam at a minimum. That's the hope, at least. Plague doctors are cool. They're spies and disease healers. They can sneak around so you can see what sites are on, or if you sneak them onto a throne, you can see what site, like which throne it is, which I really like, and you can also see sites, I believe. They're disease healers, which is neat. And we've also got a Marauder Shaman. This guy is not very exciting, though the water ones can do Moss Body. I don't know what I do with the air ones. Maybe they like make alquils and hold them. I don't know. Site search error a little. I suppose with the air ones, I can maybe empower one in blood or give it like Sabbath gear for blood and plug it into a Sabbath. So, I mean, there's definitely utility on that air path. It's just really expensive to utilize. Your sorcerers can't get it. In Yeah, so and the troops are the standard, except with a more Nurgle flavor troops. These plague toads have pretty low protection, so they're not a great mount compared to a lot of the other chosen knights. Like this guy's protection is great, but the toad itself, not great. I guess he's got some invulnerability, but still, almost everything in the mod I feel like hits for 18. So the toads will struggle, especially with our bless, because we're taking a caster bless. So I don't anticipate having a big focus on the toad guys. Demon flies, I don't even know what this does. Armor negating poison. Okay. Yeah, so wanted to try something new though, and I thought this nation was cool. If you want a better national overview, at least for the overview, Lucid did one last year, and then he also played a single player campaign. Now, going to the Pretender, let me pull that up. Okay, so we've got Ebola comeback story, which is our Pretender, because it's Nurgle, so I just picked like the deadliest disease that I could think of that was running rampant every now and again. I don't know if it's I doubt it's the deadliest, but it's extremely deadly. Um, very high percentage kill rates. And so, yeah, it sounded like a Nurgle plague to me. So I picked that. And then We've got 5 Dominion, we've got full scales. And what's interesting about this tree is it's 250 hit points. So with personal region and our region bless, I believe it should heal for 20% around, which is like 50 HP. In a 50 HP region with an 8 caster, it can do a lot of damage. It's got Nature 7, Astral 5, so we should be able to teleport this onto people. So we can drop a tree on their cap, for instance, if that was something we wanted to do. And otherwise, it can just hang out in the area. It can try to defend important locations. It could potentially be a communion slave, maybe? I forget. There's Natecaster has some. I know it burns commuters hotter. Oh, it can't be. Okay. So it'll just do whatever it does in a big battle. It can do relief, it can put up Mother Oak. It can if we empower it in water, it can do foul vapors, it can do serpent's blessing. So a lot of different stuff it can do and just be very hard to kill. Especially if we put some little item that can help it kill stuff around it. We can have it put up like Howl and Ravenous Swarm pretty easily, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of tools on this guy. It also comes with 20 protection, which is pretty good. But again, I haven't really tested it. I've only done the one somewhat short expansion test. Did not test anything with this guy. So we're just gonna hope it works. Okay, so let me go ahead and open up the mechanics explainer. You can read this. This is just the promotion mechanic. And then this is one of the plague mechanics. And then this is the other plague mechanic. You can pause and read either of those if you want. And we've got turn 1. So we're spawning here. Unfortunately, Fog of War was not put on the map. So everyone knows where the Skaven spawned, which is a little unfortunate. That said, anyone could have opened a test game and seen where they spawned because it's a spec start. Someday I would love to see a mod where maybe it was like the capital and then like the mod could do events to adjust terrain around the capital. So you could like generate this on the fly. I think that would be really cool. But we do not have that right now. In terms of research, I'm not sure. Thinking enchantment right now. And then we're profiting our person so we can preach up our cap and get, I mean, these guys are probably pretty good. 22 prot, 30 hit points. I bet they can expand. Or we could at least start massing them. I don't know. And then I'm thinking this for expansion with a couple of aspiring champions. Maybe I just get some marauders though and call it a day. And then the mounted marauders are pretty good at expanding too. But yeah, this is where we are. We've got our plain start. We've got our Dominion. We've taken a greedy scales build. We'll see if we get punished. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's turn 1. Obviously, I am super well prepared. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I don't regret the pretender choice. And yeah, I think that's it. So I'll go ahead and see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.